On food, today I decided to draw Myheroacademia characters, but as the opposite gender. So I started with Udoraka because I thought she was one of the cutest characters. I still think she really is the cutest character. Everything about her personality is bubbly, and I kind of associate that with her, power. Well, she has anti-gravity, so of course she's gonna be light-hearted and sweet and adorable, but also really badass when it came to fighting Kachan. If you're watching this, you're probably a My Hero Academia fan, so I don't really have to explain it. But in the tournament when Udoraka was fighting Kachan, I was like, damn, that's really badass, and I would never have thought about that. But the first time I actually saw that fascinating thing is when I bought the manga. So when I saw the My Hero, it was at exclusive books, and I decided to buy a lot of the series till the end of the tournament arc, and I regret not buying the entire series because now that exclusive books is closed and I can't find that. It's really sad, but I really did enjoy experiencing that through a manga and then watching the anime. Beautiful execution. Anyway, let's stop praising, let's get to the drawing. So of course changing the genders was a bit hard because it was hard. It's really hard to show representation and presentation within just girl and boy, because these days it's so fluid and so loose, and it's kind of fun like that, but it's also really difficult to portray it as an artist. So what I did was I just basically shortened the hair and kind of made some of the features a bit more masculine, and yeah, that's about it. And she turned out to be quite a cool boy. Well, he turned out to be quite a cute boy. It was adorable, and I like the end result. I would still like Udoraka as a girl, but I really wouldn't mind if Udoraka was a boy. I think that would still be equally as cute. I kept the cute aspect, and I'm quite proud of how this turned out. It's not my best, but I did like how it turned out, especially for the day. The day, there were just way too many things happening. Anyway, then we move on to Momo. I just call her Momo because it's easier to remember. The class, actually, that's Ida? Damn it, Ida. Sometimes it gets really difficult to say the names, but Momo is one of my favorite characters too. My favorite character, I'd have to say, is Earphone Jack. I forget her name, but yeah, Earphone Jack. But yeah, then we have Momo, and studious, hardworking, determined, decisive, really enjoyable character. This is my least favorite design though. I think I messed it up. The proportions were off. As I said, the day was just going horridly. So once I got to making Momo, I just was out of energy. She was one of the last characters I did actually. I did Toga before her, but I did Momo, and I just really had to push. And you start to notice how scandalous the costumes are when you put them on the opposite sex, because female characters are sexualized so often that you don't notice how sexual the costumes are made. And I get for Momo, less clothes is better, so it's not a thing of they were just trying to, actually they might have just been trying to sexualize her, which, you know what, it's anime, it's all for the culture, it's all for the plot, so I'm not totally against it. I did not enjoy how it turned out at all. I feel like I could have done better. What I did like when I modified the uniform is that I gave him short sleeves, because I think it would just make sense, because even within the classroom, I think there's so much danger that short sleeves would just be beneficial and just way easier to work with in case of an emergency. And shorts, yeah, I gave him shorts, which kind of looks like a skirt when I look at it, but we're just going to ignore that. My Hero fandoms are just so much fun. I know I might be rambling about everything, but there's not much to say. I just switched their genders and said, okay, let's call it a day. That's about all we're gonna do. But otherwise, I did enjoy doing this. It's just that on the day, actually that's a lie, I didn't necessarily enjoy doing it. I like the concept. I wish I had done it on a day when I felt more comfortable drawing. I had art block. I just have that so often these days that every piece that I make just doesn't feel to par or to the standard that I would like it to be. But whatever, you live, you learn. And then we move on to Toga. Toga is a really cool character. I like how both men and women really like her because, she's seductive and she's cool and she's crazy and she's wacky and in a way relatable. Not in a behavioral sense, but in a you want to live through her vicariously. She's a very cool character. You want to embody Toga. So I tried to translate that because Toga is very appealing, very sexy, some might say. I'm not gonna make any money from this video anyway, so might as well say it. She is very sexy, very attractive, very cool. So I tried to translate that into a dude, and I think I did horribly, but in terms of the face, I feel like that wasn't too bad. But the body, I don't know what was happening with the bodies that day, but yeah. Well, it was done yesterday. I say that day, but it was basically done yesterday. I'm doing the recording today. Overall, I think I'll have to do this again or just leave it be. Either way, I did it, and yeah, that's all you can ask for sometimes. Not angry about it. This was it took forever for some reason to do Toga. I don't know what it was about the day, but it felt like forever just to draw this drawing. And I know there are like the machine parts where, you know, her blood sucking things. You can see it on the page, but her blood sucking things, yeah, that took forever. With the little vials and the needles and stuff like that, that took way too long, and this pose was too ambitious and the foreshortening. Anyway, I could complain all day, but you know what? Let's not do that. I am done with the piece. I overall like the concept, not too bad. I'm always going to struggle with the execution unless like it's a good day, and good days come rarely these days. But here it is. To all the My Hero fans, I am sorry if you didn't like how this turned out, and if I just, you know, did your favorite character wrong. If you feel that, maybe I'll do it again. Who knows? Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Yet again, rambling was in session, in need. I should stop talking. I feel like the flavor of talking has expired in my mouth. Goodbye. It's Kwanfu. Hope you enjoyed.